Okay, the homework, first number 1 of this week, number 5, language. You have to print a worksheet. I already sent this to your parents and I'm going to upload on Schoology also so you can print it because remember that worksheet we needed to work on Thursday in the last class of language to work in class. If you cannot print it, you can copy everything in your notebook, remember. It's okay.
Homework.
No, it's not homework. Your homework is just to have ready with you the worksheet. That's your homework, just to have ready the worksheet with you. But you don't have to work on that. You don't have to work on that. We're going to work in class. In class, we're going to complete it. Your homework is just to have the worksheet with you or copy the worksheet if you cannot print it. Now, in math, your homework is to study the tables class. Remember that tables are so important to review, to study every single day. The tables, look here, study tables, study tables, study tables, study tables, all the days of this week. New spelling, what's your homework? New spelling, it's an assessment, so you have it on Wednesday here, 4C, complete Schoology assessment. Social studies, we want to work today, it's okay. You have to make a research about Rosa Parks. You are going to look, who is Rosa Parks? Why we're looking for Rosa Parks? So you need to find it out. You are going to write in your notebook the information, at least minimum class, minimum media página. So it means that you can write 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, but at least and a half. No less, not just 1 line, no solo un renglón, 2 renglones, no class, at least the half of the page. And you can, yes, of your notebook, the half of your page or 1 page, you can write it down. And you need to write, include the photo. If you cannot print the photo, try to draw this girl, Rosa Parks. Okay, so you can write 1 page or the half, yes, Khalid, it's okay. Reading, what is your reading homework class? Complete Schoology assessment. In music and art, you have these materials. On PE, you have also here some materials. No, 4C, you have to practice the video. You need to practice the video, so you can click here and then you are going to have the video class. Now in science, here we don't have science, but remember that in science you have some materials that you need to have ready with you for science class that is going to be on Thursday. Yes? Now let's start with math class. Have ready your book. We're going to start with the class that is going to be about factors and divisibility class. That is the topic for today. So open the book on page 205. Everybody, look in the page 205.
And I am in the page.
Excellent, Lucia. Perfect. You're in the page 205? Yeah. Okay, if you're in that page, you see here what it says, factors and divisibility. Lucia, help me to read the problem, please.
The students in Carlos art class painting 32 square tiles for a mosaic. They will arrange the tiles to make a rectangle. Can the rectangle have 32 tiles arranged into 3 equal rows without gap or overlap?
Excellent, thank you. So we need to find it out this question, class. We need to create a rectangle here because it says in the class of art, they're going to paint 32 square tiles for a mosaic. And then says that we arrange into the tiles to make a rectangle. Now, can we have gaps? Gaps means that if you have any empty space, if you arrange the 32 square tiles into 3 equal rows, can we have gaps? Or overlaps, all of them they're going to fill? Well, let's find it out, class. Let's to arrange here, to draw in the rectangle, the 3 rows, 3 equal rows that we are going to classify these 32 square tiles. So we have 1, let's see here. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, and 3. I have the 3 rows, my 3 rows. And now I need to, it says I need to make here 32 square tiles because It says there are 32. I have 3 here. Now, how can we solve this? Maybe if I have 3, if you multiply 3 times 10, it's 30, right? If you multiply, now we are going to have more than. So let's count. Let's see, we can count 11 here. 1, 2. You have to do it in your book. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that I have the 11 here. Okay, so I have that 11 here. Now, how many I have here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11. I have 11 on the first row. How many I have in the second row? I have 11 also. So 11 plus the 11 that I have, class, it's 22. So I can color this 22 that I have. I have 22 here. 22. If you count it, you can see that I have 22 here colored. But I need to have 32 square tiles. So I have 22, I need to continue counting. So I have 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, 32 is until here.
Miss, we have to color it.
Yeah, you can color it. You have the colors with you, you can color it, class. I have 32 now. I have colored 32. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to complete it in your book. Alberto, Camila, Ana, Dani, you have any problem with the video?
I have problem, Miss.
Okay, Ana, thank you. Okay, now if you see here, we have the 32. If you count them, you see that we have the 32 square tiles for the mosaic. Now, the question is here, can the rectangle have 32 tiles arranged into 3 equal rows without gaps or overlaps? You see here.
Overlap.
Okay, overlaps means that all of them are colored. And gaps means that there is one without coloring, so there is a space, an empty space. Yeah, so it means you see we have gaps. So this 32 square tiles cannot be arranged. So let's write it down here. A rectangle cannot, this is a rectangle. Remember, this is a rectangle. A rectangle cannot have the 32 tiles arranged into 3 equal rows. The row number 1 and the number 2, they are equally, but the number 3, no, there is one gap here. So they are not equally. So that's why we say cannot, the rectangle cannot have 32 tiles. And you see here the representations, what is a mosaic? They are decorative patterns made with pieces of glass or other materials here. In art, you might work on this one day. Yes, so there is a gap here. So that's why we say our answer is that they cannot be arranged into 3 equal rows. Why? Because there is one gap. Overlap means that they are going to color all of them, but they'll fill. But gaps means there is one space, and I see one space here. So they cannot be arranged 32. The 32 that cannot be arranged into 3 equal rows to make the rectangle. Yes, so this is one way. This is one way that we can know if a number can be divisible or it can be a factor of another number. Remember, factors are two numbers that you multiply to get one answer. Now, let's work on the second part. You completed this in your book? Did you finish? Yes? Okay, now in the second, this is one way, draw a model. Now, another way in the same page, it says another way, use divisions. So let's see, we continue using divisions. If 3 is a factor of 32, then the unknown factor is 3 times which number is missing here to have 32? It's a whole number. Now, but
10.
10, okay, maybe, but let's find it out here. It says divide to see where the unknown factor is a whole number, class. Without reminder. Whole number means that the division is not going to have reminder. Why? Because it says a factor of a number divides the number evenly. This means that the quotient
No,
is a
for
whole
zero.
number and the reminder is 0. This is so important, class. You can color this. You can color this math idea. You can color it because it's
11.
This math idea is so important, class. To remember, a factor is of a number. It means that the quotient is a whole number and the remainder is 0. So let's find it out if we have a remainder 0 here. Now let's divide 32 divided by 3. We start with the first digit. What is the first digit, class? 3, right? So we say 3 times 1.
3.
Okay, 3. And 3 minus 3?
0.
0. Okay, now we put down the next digit. That it's number 2. 2, can we divide 2 into 3 equal parts?
No.
No.
So we write 0 here and we say 3 times 0? 0. 2 minus 0?
0.
2. Now this 2 is the reminder. So you see, 10 reminder 2 is the answer. What it says the math idea? The quotient is a whole number and the reminder is 0. Do we have reminder 0 here?
No.
No. So it says the unknown factor 3 times, we don't know the number, equal 32. It's not a whole number. Let's write it down. It's not. Why? Because you see, we have a reminder that it's 2. So it's not a whole number.
Miss, I put it this
Mhm. Okay, great. Okay, great.
Not with comma, T. Apostrophe T.
Mhm. Using the contractions, yes. Now, so a rectangle have 32 tiles arranged in through 3 rows. Remember, it cannot. So let's write it down one more time. Cannot, or you say can using the contractions as Calera, you can say can't. A rectangle can have 32 tiles arranged into 3 rows equally. Remember, we using the first way, draw a model. And you see that we have some gaps. We have 1 gap. So it cannot have 3 equal rows. The other way is a division. In that division says a number is going to be a factor if it's a whole number. So it means that remainder is 0. But in this case, we have remainder, it's 2. So we say a rectangle cannot have 32 tiles because we have a remainder. So a factor, in other words, class, we are going to identify factors of numbers. If they have remainder 0, they can be factors. If not, they are not going to be factors. So now, explain how you can tell if 4 is a factor of 30. How can we say this, class? We're going to divide 30 divided by 4, class. Let's divide this. Let's make this division. Who can tell me what is the answer of these divisions? 30 divided by 4. Can we divide 3 into 4 equal parts?
No.
No.
So we're going to use the 2 digits. 30 divided by 4. Think about the table of 4. One number that you multiply by 4 and the answer is 30.
7.
28.
4 times 7.
Okay, 4 times 7, it's 28. That's right. So we write the 7 in the quotient and we subtract 30 minus 28, class, equal to
Equal to
2. Excellent.
equal to 2.
Yes, equal to 2. So we have 2. We finished. This is a reminder. 7, reminder 2. Now, the question is here. Can you tell if 4 is a factor of 30? Is a factor of not, class? Okay, Becca, you have background. Yes, it's factor. 4 is a factor of 30?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Why? Tell me why you say yes. How do you know that it's a factor? Read this. Here you have what is a factor, class. So you say yes. So why?
Oh, I think that whole number is a reminder 0. So yes, it's not a factor.
Okay, Fernando says no, it's not a factor. Okay.
Yes, it's not a factor because
Joshua says no.
it doesn't have reminder 0.
Excellent, excellent. Now you say.
Now we analyze with the math idea and with the problem, so we identify that it's not a factor.
Excellent. Look here, class. Joshua says at the beginning, yes, it's a factor. But now, using the math idea, he analyzed that it's not a factor. Why not a factor? Look here, it says the quotient is a whole number and the remainder is 0, class. So that's why I tell you, color this part. Underline all this information on color. Use one color. So when you study, you know that this is important to study, class. Reminder is 0, it means that it's gonna be a factor. And you see here, we have reminder 2. I see a 2 here as a reminder. So it means that it's not a factor. So let's write the answer here. The answer is since there is a reminder, 4, it's not a factor of 30. That is the answer, class. There is a reminder, so 4 is not a factor of 30. Yes?
You have to write the
yes, copy everything.
For
the divisions. Yes, you can copy the division so you know why the answer it's not. Copy the division also.
Please, can you explain one more time?
Yes, I'm going to explain one more time. First, we're talking about factors. How can we identify if they are factors? So the rule says a factor means that I have 2 numbers that I can multiply and they are factors, class, as we worked in the last week. But now we're using a factor, using divisions to identify if they are factors. You divide, you make the divisions like this. You divide, Rebecca. And then you identify that the quotient is 10 and the remainder is 2 of this division. Now you start analyzing if it is a factor of if 3 is a factor of 32. And you see here that it says a factor of a number divides the number evenly. This means, so in other words, the quotient is a whole number and the remainder is 0. I have a whole number here, but my remainder is not 0. My remainder is 2. So you need to study this. The remainder is 0. I have reminders, so it means that these numbers, they are not factors. 3 is not a factor of 32 because I have a reminder that it's 2. Yes. Here, 30, it's not a reminder, or 4, it's not a reminder, it's not a factor of 30 because I have reminder. Now, what happened? Let's practice with another one. What happened if I tell you that 5, is 5 a factor of 25? So we start dividing and we say, let's find it out if 5 is a factor of 25 and we divide.
We have to copy.
No, do not copy this. It's just to explain you, Rebecca. 25. Think about the table of 5, one number that it's
5
25.
times 5.
5 times 5,
5
25.
times 5, it's 25. Excellent. So I subtract 25
Zero.
minus 25.
0.
It's 0.
0.
Now, is it a factor? There are factors using this information?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no, yes.
No?
Yes, yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. I guess
Yes,
because
yes,
yes, because
Yes.
R is 0 and I will say reminder 0.
Okay, yes, we can say that yes because we don't have reminder, right? Yes, there is no reminder. So if you have a reminder, it's not a factor. It's not a factor. So we can say that 5 times 5 is a factor of 25. Yes or not? Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Finish the copy.
We have to
I
copy another page.
Yes, we're going to work on the next page, 206. Page 206. Okay, let's go to next page, 206. What it says, the next page, divisibility rules class. This is related also. And it says, a number is divisible by another number if the quotient is a counting number and the remainder is 0. This is important, so you can underline also this information or you can color it class. A number is divisible by another number if the quotient is a counting number and the remainder is 0. So some numbers have a divisibility rule. You can use a divisibility rule to tell whether one number is a factor of another. So remember, a factor, and also if we can say if they're divisible, if the remainder is 0. Let's take a look at divisibility rules. Here we have this chart. And it says number 2. Number 2 is divisible. The number is even. It says divisibility rule. The number is even. So we can divide. Okay, we can use number 2 as a factor or as a number that is going to be divisible by another if the number is even. So in other words, for example, if you have numbers like 18, you can divide 18 divided by 2. You can divide numbers like 20 divided by 2. So number 2 is divisible. 20 is divisible by 2. Now, number 3. The divisibility rule, it says that 3 is the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. What it means is, we're going to practice, don't worry. The sum of the digits is divisible by 3. If we add, for example, numbers like, which number? I can tell you like 72, for example. Here using this 72. For example, 72. If you add the digit 7 plus 2, what is the answer of 7 plus 2?
9.
9, and that is divisible. This number 9 is divisible by 3 because it says the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. I know that number 9, I can divide 9 divided by 3 because I know that 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to explain later with using more examples, but this is just for explaining the chart. Number 5. The last digit is 0 or 5. So numbers that end with 0 or 5, they are divisible by 5. For example, 20 ends with 0, so it can be divided by 5. Like 25, also, this number ends in 5, and it says the last digit is 0, 5. So I can divide 25 by 5 or 20 by 5. For example, 100 ends with 0.
35.
35 actually is divisible by 5. So numbers that end with 0 or with 5. Okay, great. Number 6, The number is even and divisible by 3. Number 6 is related like the number 3. The number is even, so it's related to number 2 also, and divisible by 3. It can be divisible by 6. And number 9, the sum of the digit is divisible by 9. It looks like the number 3. Now, this is in general. We're going to be using this chart, but using some examples. So let's work on this first. It says number 6, a factor of 72. That is the question. Is 6 a factor of 72? It says, think if 72 is divisible by 6, then 6 is a factor of 72. Test for divisibility by 6. We're going to say, is 72 even, class, yes or not? 72 is even, yes or no? And we need to identify if also 72, hold on, if 72 is even, but also we need to identify here using the rule, class. What it says the rule of number 6? The number is even and divisible by 3. So when we say this rule is the one that we're going to use, I'm going to point it here. This is the rule. Right now, we're just using rule number 6. What is even, class? Do you know what is an even number? Do you learn this in the previous?
Odd and even. Odd when it's 5, 1, or 7, and even if it's un número par.
Okay, you remember that? Is it correct, the answer of your classmate? Yes, you learn odd and even. It's correct. Now, using the information of your classmate, it's 72 even, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, it's an even number. So let's write it down. It's 72 even, yes. Right now, just yes or not. Okay, that is a test. We identified that 72 is even. So maybe it can be divisible by 6. But the second part, it says that it must be divisible by 3. So what is the sum of the digits of 72, class? So we add the digit 7 plus 2. 72, we have the 2 digits. Digit number 7 and digit number 2. 7 plus 2?
9.
9. So let's write the answer. It's 9. Now, is number 9, the sum of the digits, divisible by 3? How is it divisible? Remember, it means that you can divide 9, I'm going to write it here. 9, you can divide 9 divided by 3, and the answer must be a number without remainder. What is the answer 9 divided by 3? If you divide 9 by 3, class, in the table of 3, yes, 3 times 3, it's 9. Look here, remember, a number is divisible by another if the quotient is a counting number and remainder is 0. I have 0 remainder. So is the sum of the digits divisible by 3? It's number 9 divisible by 3 because remainder is 0, right? So we can say yes. So let's write it down here. Yes. Yes, the remainder is 0. And you can copy this division also. Copy this division here. Copy the division also. So you know the remainder is 0, 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Now, 72 is divisible by which number? Is divisible by 6? You see, we have yes, it's a number that is even. And also we say, it's even, and also we say that the number 72 by adding the digits, it's divisible by 3. So we have double check. So it means that 72 is divisible by 6. So 6 is a factor of 72. Let's copy just this. We're going to stop because we don't have time. Tomorrow we're going to continue and I'm going to explain one more time. Don't worry. Just copy this. Tomorrow we're going to continue working.
I finished.
Okay. Okay, so you can show me your book and now you can disconnect. Bye-bye. See you later. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Valerie. See you later. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you, Rebecca. See you later. Tomorrow we're going to continue with this.
Bye. See
Bye-bye.
you later. Bye.